anyone that ever doubted us, anyone that ever lied to us and told us that they believed in our vision, we gotta reset.
We live in a culture of busyness, distraction, and noise. And sometimes the only way something's going to change is if we disappear.
We gotta focus on the reason why we started everything. Why we woke up early in the morning to grind. Why we cried those tears. When we wanted the world to say yes, but everyone continued to say no. You see, you gotta forget about the dollars.
Can you unplug from people's ideas, from people's agendas, from people's viewpoints and perspective of you and life? Can you unplug?
Forget about the dollars that told you that you didn't have what it takes to be the greatest. You gotta reset.
What if you could just shut out every distraction? What if you could just shut out the world for just a season and focus on you? You have to disappear and put the work in and come back and shock everybody that doubted you.
You gotta understand the power of being alone. Let's go back into the darkness where all the greatness was created, where all the motivation was created. Let's get back to the beginning. Because only then will you hear the thoughts of the greats.
We celebrate athletes and we celebrate critical thinkers and innovators and actors, and we praise them and claim them our heroes, and we follow them by the millions. We love what they do in public, but you don't know the story behind the glory. You don't know the blood, the sweat. You can see the tears that they cried, the prayers that they prayed, the countless weeks where they went without sleep to get where they are. I'm just wondering if there's anybody here that is willing to go through the process in the dark room that prepares us and equips us for the stages of destiny.
Rise, let's ghost everyone. You gotta get back to that child that wanted to dream, that wanted to chase everything the world told him that he couldn't have. Yes, we gotta reset. We're surrounded by the noise. We're surrounded by the social media, the Instagram, all of these things that give us no fulfillment. And the reason why you feel this way is because you've been surrounded by negativity. You've been surrounded by individuals that call themselves your friend. But in all reality, they're just another energy drainer. They're just another person that wants to tell you that you cannot accomplish your dreams because they failed at every obstacle they ever tried to defeat. Let's go back into that hole. Let's go back into the darkness.
Some of the most monumental and transformational portraits and pictures that we've ever seen were developed in the dark room. I'm talking to that athlete. I'm talking to that administrator. I'm talking to that nurse, that doctor. I'm talking to that student. I'm talking to that communicator. I'm talking to that pioneer, that inventor. I'm talking to that entrepreneur. I'm talking to that preacher. I'm talking to that person who refuses to stay where they are. I'm talking to that person that doesn't have a problem laying in obscurity because you know that when you come out of the dark room, all eyes on you.
Rise from that ghost state. A new man and a new woman on its journey to greatness.
Why is your destiny.
I got a question. What will you do when no one is watching? What will you do when no one is listening? That's the only time that we'll be able to bring something to this world that it never seen before.
One of the greatest challenges with disappearing is understanding the revelation of building in the dark. The secret of change is to focus all of our energy, not on fighting the old, but building the new, and specifically behind closed doors when nobody's looking, when no one is there to affirm you, when nobody's there to validate you, when nobody is there to agree with you, you build in the dark and you announce it when it's finished.
Let me tell you, you're gonna fight until you can't fight no more. And when you can't fight anymore, you're gonna lay down and bleed a while. And then you're gonna get up and fight some more.
Sometimes you have to fall back into the dark room and focus on you. There are too many people in your life who have left you. There are too many people in your life who have counted you out. There are too many people in your life who have whispered in your ear and said you'll be worse off without them. Prove them wrong. There are people in your life that claim to be your friends. And honestly, they're just standing there waiting to see you fail.
Yeah, you have those friends that come out to support you and tell you how great you are. But when they're driving off, leaving from the event, they're saying to themselves, I can do that better than him. Or I can do that better than her.
Disappear and do
feito, acontece, me levanta comigo, eu calo, comigo eu canto, eu bato um papo, eu bato um ponto, eu tomo um drink, eu fico pronto. Acontece, me deita, acontece, me levanta comigo, eu calo, comigo eu canto, eu bato um papo, eu bato um ponto, eu tomo um drink, eu fico pronto. Acontece, me deita, acontece, me levanta comigo, eu calo, comigo eu canto, eu bato um papo, eu bato um ponto, eu tomo um drink, eu fico pronto. You the one that I dream about all day. You the one that I think about always. You are the one, so I picture happy. My love is your love. Your love is my love. You the one that I dream about all day. You the one that I think about always. You are the one, so I picture happy. My love is your love. Your love is Was I more than is worth or will? You see my name and I will fade. Pitch my cup in your mind. Sat by the fire behind your eyes, and I look through them just once or twice, but I might see something I don't like your cotton is short, entwined in cottons, loving is weird. Do I love what I do even more than I love you? I might. When you're sick and hurting, and when you're celebrating your night. I'm an ocean away, I'm in time zone into plane flights. Do I love what I do even more than I love you? I might. Will you sacrifice for me if I don't sacrifice for you? I won't be the one to let you go, and I'm not giving you anything to hold on to. I miss you.
Skin and bone.
pictures. In my city, I'm a young god. That pussy kill be so vicious. My God, why he in my pocket? And get me ready than the devil till I go nuts. High five in the city. Maybe you should try to you calling. I'll pick up whenever you call. In a parking lot Tucson. Where you wanna be? In the final do call. I put everything in the trunk. I can never get a move on. Like you call and I know. You need to go slow. But we can go faster. Give me the passion. Spicy. You know what that means. I come in for more quickly. Looking nice things. Spicy. From the other man trying to get in the bed. So I'ma get snatched instead. And then some make you bed. soul. We were right till we weren't. Built a home and watched it burn. I didn't wanna leave, I didn't wanna lie. Started to cry, but then remembered I didn't want us some flowers. Write my name in the sand. Talk to myself for hours. See things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, and I
Gonna break these chains around me. Gonna learn. I'm so new, I can barely breathe. And all I wanna do is to fall in deep. The close ain't close enough till we cross the line. So ain't nothing to play, and we'll die. Oh baby, look what you started. The temperature's rising, the mirror's not gonna happen. But maybe I'll wait for you to make a move. That's all I want, make a move. So baby, let me up, and maybe I'll let you on it. A little bit dangerous, but baby that's how I'm doing it. A little less conversation, and play a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you. Can't figure out what you look. So baby let's keep it secret. A little bit scandalous, but baby don't let them see it. A little less conversation, and a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you.
Baby, this microphone check. What you getting into when you get up? When I wake up early in my text. Heard you got a man, maybe I can do it better. And I really hit the plan, I just want you to remember how I was, how it is, how it could be. You can pull me in, you can push me. We can go for a ride, the sky looking up, you were high. You don't never gotta lie, 'cause it's more than just pussy. For the night, everything's alright. When you lay down, let me hit the lights. You say so, what's the life if you don't got me? Give you what you want, what you need, what you came for. Hit me up when you're feeling blue, and I'll tell you how I'm feeling too, so you know. I just wanna get into you, right here in the living room. Let's go.
So baby, come back me up, and maybe I'll let you on it. A little bit dangerous, but baby that's how I'm doing it. A little less conversation, and play a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you. Can't figure out what you look. So baby let's keep it secret. A little bit scandalous, but baby don't let them see it. A little less conversation, and a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you. Tell me what you caring for. 'Cause I can't have you right no more. I'm on the edge of control, and I need you to know, you to know. So let me and baby I'll let you on it. A little bit dangerous, but baby that's how I'm doing it. A little less conversation, a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you. So let's keep it secret. A little bit scandalous, but baby don't let them see it. A little less conversation, a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you. So come with me, dangerous, a little dangerous. A little less conversation, a little more touch my body. 'Cause I'm so into you. Vintage tea, brand new phone, high heels on, cobblestones. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. Sequin smile, black lipstick, sensual politics. When you
Legendary Miss Britney Spears.
pretend you turn the lights down, just wanna get that extra love from you. I'm a display of affection. Feels like a window, so
was born to you. I was born to
We live out in our old van, travel along across this land, me and you. And we'll end up hand in hand, somewhere down on the sand, just me and you. Just as free. Just as free, free as we'll ever be. Down till the city lights dissolve into a country sky, just me and you. Lay underneath the harvest moon and do all the things that lovers do, just me and you. Just as free, free as we'll ever be. Just as travel along